Hi, my name is Tristan Solentrop, and this is my personal reflections on the past year. There's been a lot that's happened in the past year. According to CNN, on December 31st, 2019, cases of pneumonia were detected in Wuhan, China. We now know today that those were not pneumonia cases, but instead coronavirus. Initially, it was thought to be either SARS or MERS, but by January 5th, it was announced that it was not either of those. On January 11th, the first man died from it. He was exposed at the seafood market, and he died on January 9th after a respiratory failure, and it was released on January 11th that he passed. By January 30th, the first report within the United States was confirmed between person-to-person transmission of the virus. On the same day, WHO said that the outbreak constitutes as a PHEIC, or a public health emergency of international concern. This is really scary on looking back and thinking about those emotions that I know I went through, and I know a lot of people went through first when the outbreak started. It was really scary because you didn't know what was going on, and you didn't know how to handle the situation, and you didn't know how to handle the isolation for months and months at a time. And some people were living alone, and they didn't have anyone to go see, and there's only so much that contact through the screen, through FaceTime, can give you. So it was definitely a lot this past year on the entire pandemic, and like the entire way that I view socializing. But I think a lot is good has come out of this. I think overall people are more sympathetic, they're more understanding, they care more overall. It While this pandemic was terrible in many, many ways, a lot of lives were lost, a lot of hurt was caused from it. It was the first time the entire world has come together to deal with something. And I think in order to solve a lot of the issues that are pressing, I think that we need to come up with a little bit more of a united front in order to really be like, this is important. This is what we need to fix, like world hunger or food waste. These are crucial issues, but unless we come together and really enforce both government and through the public, it's not going to break through. And I feel like the last year has really taught a community sense world on a global scale. And that's just not something I don't feel like has happened before. And especially if there was worldwide involvement, it wasn't necessarily positive involvement. So looking towards the future, I think that a lot of the issues that are very pressing, very crucial that we figure out an answer to, otherwise we might not have a world left, has a better chance of being solved, being cared about, being sympathetic towards, and actually making effective change because we've gone through this experience together and we now know how to work together.